Yes, this is Bonnie Amushala, and I bless the Lord today. We just want to share a little bit about men. And this month is a month of mental health for men. No, men are not celebrated. Men are not, they go through a lot of things, but you find mostly we are considering women, we celebrate them a lot. But there are silent battles that men go through. And today we feel, or rather, I feel, we can a little bit just discuss as we go on. And I believe that we shall be blessed together. The pressure to always be strong. This is a point whereby you find men, even from the younger age, you find that men are taught that they should be strong at all the time. They should not cry. They should not complain. They should always be having answers. And you'll find a person is battling with this, trying to prove himself stronger, even in the church, in the family places, or in every other community. But inside, they are really having a lot of difficulties. This is something that is really creating a lot of pressure, and it even ends up killing them because their hearts are full of things and they are trying to prove that they are strong. And this is a challenge to men. A man can encourage everyone else while secretly needing encouragement himself. He's there telling somebody, you will do it, you will do it, you can make it. But if you really go to the life of this person, you'll find that person is ailing from inside. They're battling private battles in the mind and fighting a lot of things. The danger is that when a man believes he must always appear strong, he may hide the very areas where he needs healing, guidance, and support. True strength is not the absence of struggles, it is the courage to acknowledge struggles and seek wisdom. Secondly, the fear of failure. Many men attach their identity to achievement, and success can become the measure of their value. Whereby you find many people, even in the society, they gauge men according to what they have achieved, and that is another thing that is driving men so crazy. They will end up even getting loans to see that they can prove that they are successful, they are doing work, so that they can be accepted in the society. That is something that is very dangerous because not everybody has to be on the same level like every other person. We have people who are graced differently, God blessing us differently. But you find people fearing that I'm going to be looked onto as a failure. It makes men to find themselves maybe creating anxiety and isolation and the pressure to prove everyone else that you are making it. That is a dangerous thing for men. And I'm here speaking to men. It is not even bad to admit disappointment. You can be disappointed. You can cry over it. You can do it. And that is going to release the anxiety and you'll be good to go. And, you'll still be sustained by the grace of God. A healthy understanding is that failure is an experience and it is not an identity as such. A setback does not erase a person's purpose. You can still make it in life, whether you failed in the first aspect or whether when you did something and it didn't work. But when you wake up again and pick your glasses that are broken and move on with your life. The third thing that I also want to speak about, the burden of responsibility. Many men carry invisible responsibilities, providing for the family, making decisions, protecting loved ones, leading terms and serving others and planning for the future. Sometimes people see the results but do not see the weight. Normally, I am looking at a person or a man who is maybe a gatekeeper somewhere or dealing with security. This particular person is out there to make sure that the family is eating well, living well, but he stays out on the cold, maybe standing all through since morning or rather the whole night. But the responsibility to see that your family is working. Sometimes I really pity, especially young people who do not know what their parents go through when you find that maybe your parent is a guard somewhere. This person stays out. Like right now in Nairobi, we are during this cold season. He has to stay out for those hours until morning, being bitten by the mosquitoes, but he is there. So the responsibility aspect, the burden of responsibility, you find a child who's in the university is being celebrated by the peers, but the challenge is this man who is the father, who is out there, is suffering. That burden of responsibility becomes a very difficult thing for them. So responsibility is honorable, but every person carrying responsibility also needs wisdom, rest, and support, even from the family, from the friends who are closer to him, needs some kind of support. The loneliness in silence. A man may be surrounded by people and still feel alone. He may have friends, colleagues, or family members, but lack safe environment where he can speak honestly. You can have a man in the house, you as a woman, but you'll find that your man is suffering things that he's not even explaining to you. He could be existing, just moving. You see, like somebody is moving there, but it's just a robot. He's not telling you anything. Yet inside there is a lot of things going through his mind. There's a lot of loneliness in him, and sometimes you'll find even you know backlashes from the people who should love you. When you find a woman maybe talking badly about a man or a husband, that breaks this man. It breaks this man, and this man can really feel lonely and begin struggling. Loneliness among men is often not because people are absent, it is because vulnerability feels unsafe. That person feels so unsafe, and he doesn't have a person to share the challenges. The fifth struggle is for expression of emotions. Men grow up hearing messages like be tough, don't show weakness. Over time. They may learn to suppress emotions rather than uh, process them. But emotions are part of being human. Anger may hide pain, silence may hide disappointment, hard work may hide insecurity. A mature man is not one who has no emotions. As a human being, these are things that we cannot run away from. Emotions are there, but you find that we have that aspect of hiding your emotions, and it becomes a difficult thing for a man. And a man may end up, uh, being sick. And at the end of the day, this man who is the provider in the home, you'll find that the man can end up even dying. And now the family suffers because he could not even express himself. So that is the challenge we are also having. And another challenge that is very grievous is the challenge of financial pressure. Money is one of the greatest silent pressure men face. The desire to provide, build stability, support family and create opportunities can become overwhelming. You know, we reach at a point whereby a man can be left by a woman he has been having for many years because his financial status are not okay. He was working, yes, and things happened. We're suffering from corona aspects, the things that happened during corona, where many people jobs went. But now you find because he has to provide, he's even left by the lover of his life, and the people don't care. They just move on. Or you can even find the same woman has been married by your own friend. Jesus. So we're looking into that financial pressure can also be something that creates a problem to men, which I desire the people around men to understand and also stand with them at this particular moment when they really need support. The pain of feeling unappreciated. Many men sacrifice quietly. They may work long hours, many difficult decisions, or deny themselves certain comforts for the sake of others. When these efforts are constantly ignored, a man can begin to feel invisible. Appreciation is powerful because it reminds people that there is sacrifice. You see, when you're doing something for your family, for your people, for your workmates, and you are there and you feel appreciated, it encourages this person. But you can imagine, as I use even, it's a job like any other. We have men who are in the kitchen, who are chefs, and also we have those ones who are doing gardening and all that. But all along, when these men do whatever they have done, but they are not appreciated, it finds a hole into their hearts and into their lives. They feel not appreciated at all. So it is something that also where we are asking that these men can also be appreciated and the sacrifices they have made. May it be seen, may it be appreciated in the areas we are in. It will make them look unto You know, it is not just a matter of being seen. They matter. Men also matter in everything that we do. I have a situation whereby I had someone, marrying off a daughter and telling the man that you did not do this, you've not been there for this daughter, is the father. This is a father to this daughter. When you kind of brush off a father, it feels bad. He has sacrificed, maybe making sure that this girl has gone to school. Now it reaches at a point whereby now the mother says this father was not there. They could have had differences and there was a divorce, there was a separation or such a kind of a thing, but still remains to be a father. So such a kind of things really brings the spirits of men down and it affects them. The battle with identity and purpose. Many men eventually face deep questions. Why am I here? What am I called to do? Does my life matter? Without purpose and success can still feel very empty. A man can achieve things and yet feel unfulfilled because achievement alone does not answer the deeper question of identity. Purpose gives direction beyond possession and recognition. What are we saying here? You know, when a man begins to ask such a kind of questions, it is a desperate move that he's going to move to do. This a point whereby one can even decide to kill himself when he loses the purpose. When he loses the purpose, he does not even see the reasons why he has to continue moving on. So we have to appreciate these men so that they can see the purpose of their lives, and that will be good. They should be recognized in every aspect of life, protecting others while needing protection. Men are expected to be protectors, providers, problem solvers, but sometimes the person everyone depends on also needs someone to stand with them. The one who carries others also needs moment where they are also carried. Even leaders need encouragement. Even fathers need support. Even strong men needs community. This is very important. Imagine when you do not protect the man who protects you. Sometimes a man can be standing somewhere, you are there, you are a son, you are a daughter, you are a wife, you are a brother. He's standing somewhere trying to explain himself. And in the midst of that, sitting around other people, you disregard whatever he is doing. These people, they need that encouragement. They need somebody who can carry them also, who can protect them when they are even attacked. Fear of judgment. This is something that also is affecting men and they struggle with it. Some men avoid sharing their struggles because they fear being misunderstood. They may think if I admit I'm struggling, people will lose respect for me. For fear creates emotional walls, but honestly, when handled wisely, can become a pathway to growth. So at times, I also encourage men. Don't feel like you are alone in this world. We are many men in this world. Don't fear to share things that could be affecting you. There could be somebody who can listen to you when you speak. They will listen to you, and probably when you share with a person, you'll find maybe whatever you're struggling with, it is also something that someone struggled with and overcame. So people fear judgment from others, but when one is going through such a kind of a condition, don't judge, help them to come out of that. Another thing that men go through is relationship disappointments. Men also experience deep emotional pain from rejection, betrayal, broken trust, and losses. Sometimes men are expected to move on quickly, but emotional wounds can take time to process. Healing requires acknowledging the pain instead of pretending it never happened. You know, when you're pretending like you are not, you've not faced rejection, you've not faced a heartbreak, you've not been cheated on, you will you will continue suffering in your heart. You know, relationship disappointments, they are people who have broken our trust. You had a trust, you had. I visited another prison in Moya, and a friend of mine had helped another one to get some money here and there, and this person now decided to break the trust and do something that landed him into the prison. So such a kind of things, such a kind of disappointments can affect men. Things that we have to be very, very careful with. I'm just encouraging men, don't be alone. You can heal. These silent battles are things we can discuss, are things that we can work on, and our life can be better. This is part of the things that I'll be coming with a series of things and discussions that we shall have. Some of them which I've written in my book, many other books that we shall be releasing. We shall be having these series from time to time, and you'll be getting me here. This is Boni Amushala on matters affecting our lives. Thank you.